Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Definitely a different.
Huh?
Usually we have it on 10. Right now it's on 20, but that's a different channel's volume. Think about online, it changes on you. Here we are back with Tunnels and Trolls. Using a D&D module we converted.
Sound quality is good.
Good. Oh yeah, I didn't even look. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Good.
Yeah, I brought up the video. It's looking good. Sounding good.
So, do you remember where we left off last time for you? It was you two here. We,
in my room with
you guys have been given a old fort to use as your embassy after what happened with you guys finding out you're eligible for the 3rd seat of government in this area, which means you're the representative of all the people from Folgar Island, the Outlaw Island, because they didn't have a ruler for all these years. You guys found his boat. You proved that he did exist and everything like that. So, you guys moved into it. Ado found out while organizing things that he used to be an Iron Ring base that was in town instead. I found a few items that belonged to the Iron Ring. Found a nice piece of jewelry that was worth over 100,000 gold, but that's only if he left it intact with the Iron Ring symbols. So he gutted it in pieces and sold it, then melted down their symbol. Got less money, but he was much more satisfied with the end product. You'll see occasional Iron Ring symbology here and there. Basically, it looks like a round knocker put on the wall or a handle. That's basically all it is. Little piece that holds it, kind of like a towel holder. You can use it as a towel holder.
The towel rack.
Yeah. Everyone has one in their house. It's really weird. Right above the door, though. So, let's see. You got the Hobbit that was a messenger. You snuck over there, or you got over to the place.
Yep.
You talked to Dirty Joe, who ends up, he's actually a Utrexian priest from the old Red Road priest that used to be in the area. So he lives like a hermit in a dirty place. The laws against magic do not apply on spiritual faith because they don't believe it exists. So people with priestly magic are not being detected nor punished.
And that's what he's getting away with.
Yeah. Although he had to kill someone who he was afraid would turn him in, because he doesn't know for sure how it would work.
I do.
Now,
and I got the thing at the Emerald Dome.
Yeah, you found out that the reason it was leaking magic every once in a while is they had a tree in there that was growing gems of various types. They just had to feed it the proper mineral-rich soil. They can even affect what they grow by different soil.
Mm-hmm.
None of it qualifies as magic. It would fall under Druidic magic, which is actually more of a faith-based again. But they were picking it up because it's so close. You know, Druids kind of have both spells from both groups a lot of times, whatever they can pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm trying to figure out how I can tell him I know what's going on, and try to help him convince them of. But
and you killed the guy in the house or in the building. Roll dice.
No, I did.
Yeah, you did. He came to the fort. She did, actually.
Oh yeah, the bounty.
Yep, roll dice 6.
5.
I can't remember what it was, so 500 gold for that one. When you go and inform them that you got them.
Okay.
Do you tell them you wish to drop the rest of them you had
Hey, if the one's willing to do that, maybe the rest are willing to do it. Or else
What,
might
show up at your place?
Yeah. God only knows.
You're just gonna sit there and wait for him to show up?
When I find him, I'll bring it in.
Oh.
I'll send word that I've done it.
Okay.
Or I'll just, like I said,
Or they'll come after you.
one of the two.
You're so godly, you're just gonna kill them no matter what, right?
Alright, one of them is able to put up a fight. If they're able to put up a fight, they're able to fight.
So I think the question then is, what do you guys have to finish or need to do here in Threshold? Or you guys want to maybe head on
Towards, and give me a second here, let me pull out the map here. The next town up the river, and then also the question is, do you take a boat, or are you gonna walk it?
Now, from here is
It's not in there.
oh, Kelvin. Remember Kelvin? You guys will go upriver. You actually have another one on the way. I forgot about. Good thing we looked. Rifleon. So you guys have to head from here to Rifleon, which is about 3, 6, about 4 days. So, you guys need to decide. Well, I know which side he's not feeling well. So, you guys want to do things in town, or you want to pack it up and head out before things happen to you?
I'm going to see what I can do about convincing them that they don't need to worry about the magic that he's using.
Okay. So, you told him that's what it is yet?
I've not told them anything yet.
Okay.
But I think I should go talk to him first. Tell him we might have figured out why they're thinking it.
Okay.
The guy that runs the place?
Yeah, the owner.
Yeah, grab him out.
Because if it's dealing with a soil, that might be...
Willard?
Yeah.
Charles, not Manfred Winkelcock. He just works there. But Willard. Okay.
So you go tell him what you know?
Yeah.
What do you tell him? You just tell him definitely, we know you have a growing tree up there, and it's, it fits
No,
out the garden.
I know what I want to do. I know how I'm going to do
That's how you do it.
So, Mr. Charles.
Yes.
I might have figured out what they're detecting. But I
Okay.
think I'm going to tell you, you might have to dispose of it a little better. Whatever you're doing to the fertilizer, that's what they're detecting. And since it's fertilizer, there's a druid base to it, I believe.
Water's coming from a water spring. That's and the water's being
If you
filtered.
can convince them of that fact, we'll go with that one. I happen to know that's not what's setting it off.
Same here, but I like the rapport that we have. I will not do anything to jeopardize your business. I like you. You're good, decent people, and I want to see you thrive.
Okay.
And not to mention, if you are the main breadwinner of this town, they can't lose you.
Yes.
Technically, they can't.
And no,
But the problem is, I'm flooding the market. And if they knew,
how you were doing it,
that would be a problem.
I will not say a word. I
I
do
can
not wish.
convince them, then what am I buying this fertilizer for?
Well, we could always tell them that you're buying the fertilizer because you're trying to start a small garden.
Okay.
That you're trying to see if you can't kind of become a little bit more self-sufficient.
The problem is they will want me to quit using the fertilizer.
Yeah.
Well,
So if you can dispose of it a different way to where they don't know you're utilizing the fertilizer.
using it is not an option. The tower remaining in existence is, from where I stand.
Problem is I can't do anything against it because it is from a city where I am originally from, and it actually is for the Red Robe priests. The thing is if the magic that you are using is,
I'm not using any magic.
but the magic that it is based in, if it is druidic, that is probably why they are detecting it. Because they do kind of have similar things, but it is still faith-based.
Well, then you're going at them with the concept that's a fantasy. The only reason they don't outlaw faith-based is it doesn't exist.
To them.
Yeah, but if they're detecting something,
Then, because druidic magic kind of goes with faith-based and regular. It's kind of a
druidic
combo.
would be outlawed too.
Mm-hmm.
If priests actually had power, it would be outlawed.
If
Alright,
those
we
work
should
good.
outlaw our priest.
We don't have one anymore. One company doesn't have a priest. She died.
But because I know the tower,
We got to make another one.
No, it's talking about reality.
Oh, okay.
right? So because I know the tower that they do inhabit happens to be a faith-based tower
No.
because of where it's from and who originally resided there.
Okay, you know you're bullshitting now again. There is no faith-based magic to the Red Robe priests.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
They are a true source of magic in this realm. Is the Red Pits.
Yeah.
They exist.
Oh, so they got their real one. The guys who are inhabiting there are the other story.
Yeah, well, no, they're just like eclectic mages. They just use whatever they can find.
Mm-hmm.
They just took it over.
Yeah, that's that. But I am going to do everything I can to convince them that it is nothing that they do need to concern themselves with. If I have to, I will tell them, yes, it is residual from when he had his friend make the dome look the way it is for eternity.
Okay. Well, if you can pull this off, I could probably repay you for that.
And when we get some of our force here, they would actually probably come to you quite a bit with things. And they actually might be able to help you with some running to get it outsourced to other places
See,
too.
basically, this city, its main resource that I had placed there for a possibility was pure, like gems. Like if someone had a mine, but they don't have a mine here, they have a tree growing it.
And they haven't figured that out.
Well, people, Also, you have the fact that some would say they've desecrated a Red Robe priest place.
I would, if it was Mountain, I think he would. If it was saying it is Mountain, I would honestly say yes, they have.
Now, also though, when I say there's an actual, like a well,
It's
to
just
a layer
off.
of magic that's part of the planet, like magma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't that
And they
where,
control where it goes, who gets to use
yeah,
it.
that's where Silver Fox had his face dumped into healing.
Yeah. Yep.
But it wasn't this area, it was
No, it
somewhere
was a
else.
previous one over in the Hobgoblin area where they.
Yeah.
See, this whole area used to actually belong to the City of Gold, but they lost it generations ago. And you guys have been slowly kind of getting it back. That's also why he keeps sending warlords north.
To see how far they'll get
That, and he doesn't want them staying in town because high-level warlords get bored.
and start fights.
Yeah, so he gives them a reason to go somewhere else.
Sounds like very tough.
Right? That's what we are. I'm sorry. I like ice magic.
So,
You want to go and sell this idea to them.
See what I can do.
Okay. What skills
or anything are you using? Or are you just going pure charisma and trying to sell this idea? Do you have any related skills
What?
in trying to prove? Because you're not a mage.
No. Well, actually, here are my skills that I got. Nope, keen hearing can't help me.
I heard.
Right. My connection, my contact with dwarves. My swimming, my scouting, my management. The only thing I can possibly think of that might actually give a little assistance is my investigation.
Well, you can describe how you came upon this information.
Mm-hmm.
But
You know, it's like a cop can tell you how your DNA was found, but he couldn't tell you what the DNA was, because that's not his field. But he can tell you like what he found in the investigation.
I would need somebody more
More magically orientated, maybe.
possibly. But the question is who?
yes.
Who do I trust enough to do this?
Yes. If it was historical, I could tell you where to go. Yeah.
Yeah, that way. I mean, that technically that could help in the process too. Especially if he's got proof that it, beforehand it was kind of starting to look a little dingy and the cleaning and everything. The
Now,
magic aspect.
something else to keep in mind.
Right now, there's a triangle of power. You have the Duke in one area. You have the priest, which you've discovered are not really.
Priests.
Well, they're about as anyone here. The actual ones that built it have died off.
No, they're just magicians at this point.
Yeah, they're just mages. Using
Kind of like if you think Merlin was a mage, but Constantine is an eclectic mage.
And
He
therefore,
picks up anything, piece and parts, and does any kind of magic he can find.
In other words, that's what they do.
Whereas that's what the ones that are there now are doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're more Constantine than anything else.
yeah, and then we have the military, which was actually at one time you guys.
Just now us again.
Yes. So the problem is, if you do this wrong and piss off the priest, 2 of the 3 governments. Now the Duke has accepted that he has to let you be there when you scared him by his changing into a dragon and then finding out his family line because of the ring one. So he had to accept it. So that position is solved. But the other 2, basically you need to get one of the other 2 on your side to establish any real power.
I know a way.
Okay. So don't piss him off.
I'm gonna go talk to the Duke real quick.
Okay.
Well then, let's start with a couple things we should have done already. 1, the magic die roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, I'm going to do another one to see what level we need for you to get an appointment. Because you're already at a negative. He doesn't want to see you guys too much. Okay. Magic number 3.
Nobody roll 3.
Right in the middle.
Then you roll nothing but 3s.
Oh, God.
And then you will need a 6th level charisma roll to get an appointment.
Can be done.
Yeah, you can do it probably, but
Yeah, you can. Maybe.
What's yours?
11.
Oh, by the way, I told Joel that you joined this. And he was like, oh, I bet he's got the most badass character ever. I was like, his dice hated him when he rolled his character. He was like, what? That's unheard of for Alex. So I'm like, yeah, but he's still a badass. He's got a nice weapon.
I wasn't a control god.
Very
as
much.
long as he doesn't hit you back. Gotta get him in the first shot.
Well, I also know it needs to be the 56 armor.
9. Here.
That is that one.
And 5.
Oh, too high.
45.
You think your ego just going to hate you now?
6, 51.
Okay. Well then, I'll see you. You're not the one that is in equal ranks to him. He can be a dick to you. He doesn't want to see Ado.
I'm the war council, though.
Well,
I'm just the war council to Ado. Still not very high up, but
they wouldn't understand that. He doesn't have anyone second in charge in his area. It's just him. As far as food goes, he doesn't allow. He's kind of a paranoid bastard.
well, that helps. Well, that doesn't help him.
He has a son in prison.
What?
Yeah, because he may be able to inherit. He doesn't want him getting out and doing anything until he's already dead.
Well.
That's paranoia right there.
Yep. That's it.
Anyway,
His weakness.
how
So,
do I get to see him?
roll 2 dice.
2.
Probably not 2 a.m., so probably 2 p.m. So, beginning of the day. We will start with everyone. Anyone want to do anything? Everyone do a check for encounter.
1.
4.
Give me a
6.
Damn it. No one knows me. Okay.
And this surprises you?
No, not at all. Not a bit. Especially since I'm just here to cause problems for you guys. So, no one had encounter. So, but you two, well, I guess everyone can decide what they're doing this morning because they'll see you around too.
I will go and talk to the blacksmith. Let him know I am getting very close to getting a approval for us to do what we need
Roll
to do.
dice 6.
6.
Oh, that's fun. But they want you in line 6 hours beforehand.
6 hours beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you gotta go stand in line. So you're pretty much busy this morning, I think.
If it's a 2,
10? No, 9, 10, 11, 12. No,
Yeah.
so 2.
yeah, you said
So
2
10.
p.m.
Yeah.
So
10
then-
to 2, or, yeah, 10 to 12,
Then-
12 to 2. 4 hours.
Yeah.
So 2 more hours.
So about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So you're busy.
Yep, I'm real busy.
So you're went and stood in line, you had your encounter check, you got there safely. Now the other two of you, what are you doing this evening, or this morning?
I'm still got the other hobbit with me,
Yeah.
so I guess I can take them out to go to breakfast somewhere.
Just to know, you have currently 4 bandits
Or bandits. Great.
as guards through the place.
Okay, so the bandits can come with us and we go eat breakfast. Great.
Well, yeah, you could leave eat breakfast, or you go downstairs to the kitchen and eat breakfast.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
They would prefer you didn't leave the building because, well, she has a warrant on her head.
Then we'll go downstairs and eat breakfast together.
Okay. That would be much easier for us.
Yeah. Don't want any encounters.
Bandits are just basically because that's what they. Well, there were guards from Polgor Island,
Ooh.
and they don't have police there, so basically they work for the Thieves Guild. And Thieves Guild likes the idea of you guys having power because that means that they finally have power again. So they will at least make sure it stays long enough. Maybe they'll take it from you later, but they'll make sure it's established first. Big pyramid. Like the
That's what
Duke.
I'm doing. I'm having breakfast with the other hobbits.
Okay, what are you doing? Do you have anything you want to pick up this day just in case we do end up leaving by noon?
I figure I'll spend the day figuring out how I can befoul the church's local supply of holy water without being caught. I'd like to see them baptize a child with that after I'm done with it.
You talking the tower? Since there's not really a religion here, but the people in charge of magic,
I'm
so that
joking.
them are, well, no. That would have meant you're sneaking around a building that they're actually trying to keep you guys out of.
Unfortunately, my absolute idea stuff.
Yeah. They repaint that tower all the time because the paint keeps peeling.
It starts to look pink sometimes on the edges and they have to repaint it. You guys believe, for good reasons, it's actually probably red, which is made from the same stone that the pit sits in.
Yeah.
It's basically there in case the pit exploded, it would maintain its power and protect the area.
Yeah.
It rises and lowers due to whatever activity's going on in the area.
Right now it's low.
You don't know.
Yeah.
They said it's been dead forever.
I don't think it is.
Said.
Yeah.
I
No
think
one
it
said
is.
inside to look.
And
And since you guys showed up and started talking about that, they put a level of guards around the outside of the tower. Remember, they wouldn't let you even come in to talk to anyone. Although you're working for them, you have to meet them at a house out front. So there is a definite effort, it seems, that they don't want. You're like, hey, can I go? No, you can't go in there.
But I paid for the nickel tour.
Well, here's your money back. This is the third time I've done this. I'll be back tomorrow.
And yet I did pay nickel, so I just made
I'm gonna tell everyone to do this. You show up as a guy with like a guide hat. I'm here to throw a tour.
Well, all these people paid for this tour. So, you want to talk to? You're sitting there in breakfast, and then well, one thing I said last time when you weren't here, because you talked about it before, trying to find someone that can give you some kind of improvement for your armor. Right?
That's why I'm talking to. That's what I'm talking to.
Was that you, or were you doing something like that, or not?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, what was it? There was an item or something you were looking for, I thought, at one town. I was trying to remember. It was basically, I was just making excuses why your character wasn't there last time.
I think you're just making excuses.
Yeah, could be. Very possible. Your character was just out buying alcohol, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? You get drunk? No, I was looking for an armor. And you went and ran off. They don't know what you went and did. They saw you 2 days later.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was Lent.
So, well then, it sounds like things are pretty peaceful for you guys. I'll do one more check and encounter, then I'll take care of his talking to someone. Everyone roll an encounter check, see if whatever. Maybe you pissed off a guy.
1,
2.
And 1. 1, 2, and 4.
Yep.
Just skip my number entirely. My field's personal. I have experience points waiting to be collected. No one wants them.
You don't want to.
It's kind of gambling, though, you know. You
Yeah.
die. That's beside the point. Okay,
Anywho.
so you finally get up there. Enter a throne room. Guy sitting on a throne as if he was king of Specularis, or the Silver Queen. You guys know he's basically equal to a mayor.
Mhm.
He's the guy in charge of this, 1/3 of this city.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there with his guards everywhere, and a couple guys with crossbows keeping an eye on you. Don't worry, they're always there. He tells you. Did you look up at him? Do it. What'd you need?
Well, I want to talk to you about pretty much backing me on the little problem that's going on. Yeah, I'm currently with the priests.
Okay.
They were trying to figure out what's going on over at the Emerald Dome,
Yes.
but with what I've found, the problem that I'm faced with is it's the same thing he's said to them the entire time. It's residual from when the place was given a magic wash to keep it looking shiny in the way it is. And it hits every morning and recharges. But that doesn't seem to be good enough for them. And I know when I go to them with this, it could quite possibly upset them. But if he ends up being taken away for any form of reason by them, from what I hear, he brings in a lot of the money just by the gems alone to help financially support the area.
Hmm.
And I don't think that...
He does make a kind donation in taxes every 3 months for me.
Yeah, and if he disappears, that donation goes away.
Yes.
And then how's that going to help you to keep this place the way it is, or help them do the things they need to do?
If I support you on this, it's going to automatically put them against us because we're going against them. I mean, I could write something that allows, due to the importance of the city, you're not allowed to bother them anymore.
But then, like you said, that could make that to where they come back on us.
Yeah.
But either way, we looked at it.
Which is fine on my opinion, because that means I don't have to worry about them voting with you against me. So yeah, I'll write you something. That basically, because of his taxes and what he pays, and that we had our people, we'll say, go check it out too.
I thank you. That'll help reinforce this.
Yeah. I think I can do that. What's he giving to you for this?
He hasn't said yet. It's just more along the lines if I can convince them of this, because apparently they've been on him for a while for this.
Well, yeah.
And he said the same thing over and over, and they're just not believing it.
Yeah.
But I understand it would seem kind of weird for that to be the case, but I can honestly say with the Ado and the rest of the group, we've been all over the place. We've seen some weird things. This is not far-fetched from it.
A gentleman comes up, an older guy, scholarly-looking guy, says, well, if you don't mind, looks at Duke. Duke's like, no, go ahead. We've had this discussion a few times. And the guy looks at you, because he doesn't understand, so he's not going to explain it. This guy comes forward and says, first of all, you would think if they really understood what they were doing, they would already know.
This is true.
Yet they don't understand. One of them slipped up one time and informed me that the tower was telling them who was doing the magic. I was accusing him of saying, well, maybe your guys' spells are wrong. Maybe your detection is wrong. And he said, no, we know it's for a fact because the tower is the one that informed us.
The tower building or someone in the tower?
No, the tower itself.
The building itself.
I would definitely say I do believe that, because the tower that they are painting over, I have very strong suspicion of being classified as a red tower for the Red Robe priests.
Why would it know if anyone was doing magic?
The Red Robe priests' tower are designed with a wellspring underneath of magic. It can detect magic by itself. It can even inform the Red Robe priests if there's been any magic used of any kind
So they're
whatsoever.
capping something that's inside that building?
Yes.
Underneath it.
There is something in it or underneath of it that they are utilizing. But they are hiding the fact that it is a Red Robe priest tower, which, by sheer definition, them just painting it white by that is a defilement of the tower itself.
Well,
Which is why it keeps turning pink.
my main concern, we've been worried about looking at Duke again, is it safe?
The tower?
Or, more precisely, what they're doing with it.
I would like to know this too. I can tell you the tower is definitely safe. The tower is designed that if the wellspring underneath of it, which will all of a sudden explode, it will absorb the energy and protect the surrounding area. The Red Robe priests figured that one out, and that's what they did with the red stone. Made it to where if that were to ever happen, the surrounding area would be safe. It was a fail-safe for them.
Okay.
And if you wish to, and if you're wondering why I know so much, I come from the city that these originally were designed in, Gull.
The original records I have of that tower does state that it was covered with a reddish black glass,
That would be
kind of like an obsidian.
that would be the Red Room Priest's tower, definitely.
Well, I guess the paint could just be falling off because it's a glass-like surface.
They keep repainting it to prevent it from being sinking.
That's been a few hundred years.
Yes. But that is a Red Robe Priest tower, and they, because me and the rest of the party that I am accompanying, we were talking about it, they will no longer allow me or anybody else that know about this inside.
Well, I'll go ahead and, as I said, the Duke speaking up again. I'll go ahead and support your stand because, like I said, it puts a little more political point into my power too. But on the other side, I'd really like to know what's going on in that.
And I would too.
So, I mean, if it's that dangerous, we could mandate vacate the building, and then it'd be down to only the two of us.
The only thing I could see is if an actual Red Robe Priest were to show up again. If one of them were to show up, they would be definitely trying to keep the peace between.
And they haven't been here
all.
since the war.
Yeah, but I'm pretty
The
sure.
first war. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure if we were to send word to go, they might send somebody, and that person would probably do their best to keep with us all, to help you, help us, help them. We would all work together as one cohesive unit, like it does in Go.
You sure?
Yes, Go does work very, very well this way. They do kind of have the military, they do have the higher, like the mayor, but they're known as something a little different. And the Red Robe Priest. All three do work together to maintain the city.
And what would we do if we didn't like the priests that were sent? Is there any recall we would have?
If the priest, 9 times out of 10, the priest would show up. The priests are, they can seem a little snotty, but they try to keep the best interest of all parties together. And they do try to uphold what magic is used.
As long as you get the right one.
Yeah, as long as the right ones show up.
Well, I don't know if we want to go that far yet. At least the ones we have here, we can influence if we have to. I'm just saying, if we knew more about the tower, we'd have that as an angle to get what we need.
Well, like I said, everything I've been talking about that tower is true. But last I heard, they just abandoned it and blocked it off. But the wellspring, as far as I know, from what I've gathered from the city archives and everything, the wellspring is still sealed off. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're trying to get to at the moment.
Okay, from our records, the man that was there, he died. Old age.
Which means
20 years after the end of the war.
Which means he never got a chance to send for another.
Apparently, they say they sealed it off.
And if he
For his
did,
safety.
then yeah, it would
Because
still
they said
be.
they got there and there was nothing there.
Then-
So they decided to use it because it was proven to be, in their opinion, and previous opinion of whoever was here before me,
empty.
which would have been my grandfather, it was an empty building. Nothing to it. We had to destroy some buildings around it. We don't like buildings too close to each other.
Yeah,
We like to keep things looking,
clean.
Less like Polgar Island and more organized.
Well, between the three of us, we could easily make it to where everything looks a little bit better.
Yeah, because the problem I have is, remember that we were just talking about that new guard towers, the guard wall they built? That's within 50 feet
Of you guys,
of the next building. The next building was 50 feet. They've taken 10 more feet closer to their building than I allow most of the time.
well, I can say we could probably come up with something that works for all of us. I mean, that's why the three of us, well, Tato sits on the chair with you guys. We could all probably work to an agreement.
Well, he has someone that will be standing in with him later.
But I think we would all come to a nice, happy arrangement that works and suits everybody.
Okay. And he goes ahead and writes his decree due to taxing reasons and the stability of the city. He needs to be left alone. And that no mages are working at those locations.
Okay.
Because there still isn't one.
Yep.
So, take that to the,
And I will even thank him for his time.
Okay.
Hopefully we can do more of this.
Fine. Are you wishing to donate anything to the security of the city while you're here?
Well, because I actually had a very pleasant visit with you.
You see next to this, like the line, there's a case with a guy writing down and throwing money in. For some reason he sees people, he's hoping to get paid out of it. He's kind of a greedy dick, but he's reasonable as long as he has something to gain from it.
Well, I'll throw 100 gold into
Okay.
it.
He's kind of, that's fine. The guy writes you up the paper, brings it up to him, he signs it, and they hand it over to you.
I will now head to the tower.
As the, oh, I should say also the,
See you.
his magical advisor
Yeah.
is written down next to it, to a scholar. He knows the magics, probably has the books, but he does not practice.
Yeah. So, I will take it to the tower.
Okay. Well, close to it.
Yeah.
You meet the tower, same guard you talked to before?
Yep.
Okay.
So, who do I get to talk to?
Probably the same gentleman. So if you want to go, and you can just wait over in that building over there. Back outside the wall. He'll be right out. We'll send one of the guys go to get him.
I'll stand right here. I'll admire the paint job you did to the red tower.
Okay. So make a intuition check.
I know, but about being a dick today for some reason. I wonder why. 45.
Okay. 45. You notice someone kind of walking around the building with dowsing rods, kind of. They're like checking around the foundation and stuff like that. So.
He's looking for the wellspring.
Oh, they know it should be pretty obvious. It should be about as round as the tower is, but underground.
Well, if I remember correctly, the one tower we went to, it was up top.
Well, it ran straight to the middle. Stairs go around the outside. That's how far it was.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it's at the ground level, but some are bad. Because they've basically not been used so long.
So then there's no stairs to go up top.
Hmm?
Is there stairs going up top?
From the inside?
Or from the outside? Yeah.
No. The other one had stairs on the inside. So
So,
wrapped around.
so then this one might have that same thing. And they just haven't been able to figure out. Either they haven't been able to go up them, or they just haven't seen them.
You know the one in Gull?
Mm-hmm.
Glowed at night.
That's why they're covering up because it
The
glows.
top did. They did.
I'll have to just stay up one night and take a look.
Yeah. No, you not notice any red glow.
Okay. Well, the paint too wouldn't help.
The areas of the paint, you can see that a little cracking like it looks like until they repaint it.
That is
But
leaking
the
from
lights
underneath.
fade. Why it's cracking is the red glow's magical glow, so it doesn't cover the paint.
Yeah, that could be it right now. So that would probably explain it. That thing's glowing like a freaking nightlight, and that's why they're
They're
having.
trying to hide it.
They're trying their damnedest.
They basically on the inside right now it's just a library. Except for and they stoned over the opening that used to be at the bottom.
Maybe we don't have any rhythm magic, because then we could just cause a heavy rain and probably have to wash off some of the paint.
Well, after I deal with this guy, I'm gonna look at him and go, I need to see the inside to see how badly you defiled this tower.
Well, I can just tell you, Randy, I can tell you, first of all, buildings don't have power.
This one does.
Power died with the man that used it.
It doesn't. No, it does not. These are Red Road Priest towers. They could have somebody just randomly squatting there, and they'd still have power because they're attached to the wellspring.
Yeah, whoever told you that the power died with the man is lying.
I mean, no, I think I know why it would be why it would be a thing though. Why they would think that. If he died and there wasn't much magic, and there wasn't magic being used around here, like you had said in the beginning, the magic, because it would fluctuate in there, like he was saying, if it's way the hell down there, you wouldn't be able to tell if there was any power going into that building at all.
Or he used a bunch of it, so it took a while for the well to refill.
Well, what do you think you'd be finding if you went in there? Yes.
Probably some ancient scrolls, first off, that were left. Possibly his quarters, and the entrance, and the opening to the wellspring itself. I'm from the city where these were made, where these pretty much were designed. It still exists to this day.
I could probably let you see the main floor. See if there is no hole going down or anything like that. There are a lot of stairs on the edges that go underground, because most of the church's standings are underground. The tower is more just a series of bookshelves nowadays. Used to have some other uses. We theorize it used to be a grain silo for previous societies.
It wasn't a grain silo. The man who lived there used it as a magical conduit kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but you know, people in the past knew what they were doing, so. But I'll let you come on in, and he'll go ahead and lead you over there. People kind of like are watching. He has to wait for a little bit as they close all other doors, going upstairs and anything like that, because the secrets. But he'll let you go in and see the entire floor of this building, which mostly seems to be marble stone with huge amounts of rugs over the center.
Then we move the rugs a little. If that's...
Roll the rugs.
Yep. Let's do that real quick.
So he goes, hey, go ahead and make a charisma roll. I want at least a 3rd level. I think you have that though, so don't flub it up.
Right? No 1 and 2. No 1 and 2. Thank God, no 1 and 2.
Nope, I got a 3 and a 4.
No.
Okay.
No, that's a... 2. 4. 38.
Okay. So they pull back the rugs, and you look at it. It is covered in a lot of symbols. The stone is, like, carved into it here and there. Make an intuition check.
48.
Okay.
Story and skill probably wouldn't help.
48 will tell you that you can kind of see, and get down close at it and look at it. There's spots that marble looks like it's a bubble a little bit.
Shit.
Now we're talking like maybe a 1/4 inch total, so it could just be warping, but it's warping up.
Yeah, marble doesn't warp.
Yeah, definitely.
No, crap.
But also you notice along the entire ceiling, where the ceiling ends, there's a bunch of like stones. Except for certain ones over towards the direction of that emerald building have a slight glow about them that you don't see. You see very rarely anywhere else. And it may appear for a second and then disappear. That tells them when the people are doing stuff.
Detection ones.
I don't have any of those.
No, and that's what it is.
So yes, you are used. So yes, because you are a part of. You are in the Red Road Tower. That is one of their functions. That is one of the tower's
You
functions.
could pull out a dagger and chip out where the.
No, those simply go off to show you what direction the curse is going. The tower does the cursing.
It's not a curse. It's a it's called detect magic.
You see it as that.
They don't see it as that. I know.
see it as the opposite side.
I know. I understand we see completely two different sides of the coin here. I really get that from you, with you guys. I'm letting you know this is what it's doing because it's on my end. I know what this tower is. I wonder if it, and I even go, I wonder if it would detect my sword. Because it has got magical properties to it.
Not from inside here. This is the same location we would have done your enchantment of your sword. The only reason I chose to show it to you.
Well, I can tell you right now,
It cannot detect any magic inside here.
well, I can tell you right now, that's not good.
What?
The whole center doing that, that is
Oh, that's
not,
just bad craftsmanship.
that's the wellspring getting ready to do something. I don't know what. I need somebody in here to be able to figure out what's going on. And if it is the wellspring getting ready to explode, don't be in here. Because it will take you guys with it.
You also notice I painted the inside of the building the same way.
Yeah. So as it sits, I'm more worried that if this is starting to boil over again, that you guys are going to be hurt more than anything.
Why I was trying to say, take a knife, chip at where it's bubbling, and you can expose that there is magic coming out.
I think I can do that. If they'll let me. Because if there's magic coming out of that,
How hard are you going to hit it to try to chip it
Well,
out?
You said it was paint, though.
Oh, no, on the floor. On the wall, yes.
yeah,
On
the wall.
You're talking on the wall? The floor is just stone.
It's the floor I'm talking about.
And the marble is built getting melted from the opposite side.
Yeah.
Matter of
Is it
fact,
a
when you're on the ground, you can probably feel the warmth.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it a solid sheet of marble, or is it multiple, like, marble bricks?
Marble bricks.
Then you should be able to chuck out the edges between two and pull one of them up.
So I will.
Put it back.
Yep. I asked if I can do that because that'll prove that there's magic under your floor, and that means that this tower wasn't designed with it up top; it was designed with it down below, to where they had better access to it.
Not to mention that you already have proof because last time I checked, stone doesn't bubble unless something's affected.
Yeah, stone doesn't do this in general, even if it was bad craftsmanship.
Okay.
It would sink before it would go up.
Oh, so
Let's see.
Magic,
Go ahead and make a luck roll. He'll let you chip a little bit, but he's only going to let you go so long. So let's see how lucky you get.
My God.
And then we'll go back to see what you two are doing. He's been taking too much time. Sorry.
66.
Okay. Well, you're chipping away at it. And it kind of breaks up like it's older than it should be type thing. You know, it pretty much starts to crumble. Why they usually have the rug over. Matter of fact, when you pull up the rug, you may notice a grid pattern on the bottom of the rug.
Oh God, it's been there forever.
So, the reason for the roll was to see if you actually break enough that it dropped a brick straight down. You got enough that you can kind of see a slight glow from underneath. Very faint though.
Do they see the slight glow?
Yeah, but you know, he's like,
Unless, what, they're living by the axiom, who are you going to believe, me or your lion eyes? And they're believing him.
no, they're hiding. Shit.
He'll basically just act like, wow, what is that?
So
That would be the magic I keep talking about.
I have candles that glow too. Are they magical?
That's strictly science.
I was thinking they're like it's like magnetic or a magma activity.
The magic flows like magma. The wellspring down there does flow like magma. But, no, that's what's down there.
Make a wizardry roll.
Oh, God.
Is he sticking it?
can you just throw him down the pit?
Break it like that ice game. You take the block and you knock him
Oh,
until
God,
the man falls
no.
through the ice. Quit hitting those blocks! Mountain's running around.
40.
40. Okay. Definitely getting a little dizzy. Yeah, definitely can feel that. Feeling a little nauseous being there for your non-magical lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely even feels a little warm on your face, which is odd.
Yeah.
More warmth than you feel on your hand. Something about that red energy's directly affecting.
My mask.
Yeah.
That's why it feels so warm, because of my mask.
Okay, so you're in there talking with the priest and everything. What are you two doing? You want to swing anything going on, or?
I'm taking care of my giant foot head lizard mount.
Ah, that's good.
So stand
You probably have to look for food and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a luck roll.
Right, let's roll. Switch my knees here. 42.
42. Made it. So, I'll do the same thing she did with her animal, which is basically 10 days per day of rations if you want to pick some up for the lizard. 10 gold per day. That includes water. It's water and food. Basically, it's another different kind of food than just a regular day's rations, which is 20 days gold per day. Okay, so however much you want to buy that, you already had what you needed.
Mm-hmm. And me and the other hobbit are done eating breakfast, so I guess we'll head back to the room.
Okay.
She can't really
Guess
go
we should do
out,
another encounter check for you two, and we'll let him out of this tower.
because she can't really go out.
No, she wants to wait till you guys leave the city.
Yeah.
One.
Bye.
Anyone got a 6 yet?
You get 3?
3, you mean?
No, I'm just saying 6 is like, that way you've gotten all the numbers in between, everything around my number.
No.
Okay. So, you showed him he's acting surprised. Oh my. But it's about that believable.
Which means he knew and is trying to downplay.
Yeah. Don't worry, we've been studying the oddity of it. It's why we ask people not to use magic in town. It seems to get more active when people do so. And it's a self-defense thing. It seems to fight back. So we decided it was best not to let people do that.
It's more along the lines of not self-defense. It's to more or less make it to where you're aware that somebody's doing it. Just the spring here, it's because of any magical properties here, of any kind that are around here, anybody using magic, just makes it more abundant to use. Without having a red robe priest here.
That's what we found in our records. The Red Robe priests were even more tyrannical about magic. They said no one could use it but them.
Yes and no.
I mean, we're nicer about than that.
They made this historical record, so the moment that someone's skewed what they wrote, because
Yes and no. It all depends on what you are. If you are a rogue, you are able to use certain magics. If you are a wizard, you are able to use certain magics.
Alex, go ahead and do a historical check. I'll let you fill in some of that. Although it won't be till he gets back.
28.
Okay.
You know of the Red Room Priests, and what they used to do is, yes, magic was illegal to anyone but a mage. But then sometimes mages, which you can tell by the spell teacher, at first level, would do it on the side for rogues. But they weren't official through the church. But a few hundred years ago, back in the city, since after this guy went down,
It
they
changed.
had opened it up because the sewers were getting so bad with magical poisons that they had to allow a healing class to exist. And they got such taxes from it that they just kept subdividing magic to different groups.
So
They monetized it since then.
So, yeah, so I go, well, then they recently had to have changed it for some reason. Because back in Go, where I am from, where I'm used to all this, everybody's able to use magic now. You have healers, you have rogues using it, you have wizards now, you have battle mages, you have everything under the sun now. Because of stuff, I almost guarantee you it's because of stuff like this is why they did it.
Okay.
And
But is that better?
it makes it to where you can have a healer in middle of battle. And having a healer in battle is a lot better than anything. Being able to increase your power to defeat your enemy is great too.
Unless the healer dies.
Then you're screwed. Damn it, Ado! I don't know.
Or your healer hates you.
Yeah, or you piss your healer off. But it made it to where everybody was more able to utilize magic. In the city, you can learn magic, but once you become a warlord, the prince would rather you go out into the world to make your own city.
Excuse me?
In Gaul, we have what's known as the Dragon Prince.
Well, we know there's a prince.
Mhm.
What's
Yeah.
taking you?
Who older records said he used to go by Emperor, or that could have been his father.
He did not want to be known as emperor. He wanted everybody to kind of try to be on equal ground. So he went with, he's known as that, but he doesn't assume the title. That's how, because everybody knows him as that and calls him that he only uses his title alone.
How does one become a warlord in your realm,
In ours,
where you came from?
after a while of doing different services for where we're from, we get asked to head out into the world. They call it warlord. I just call it becoming adventurers. Because
Our records show that a warlord was dragon blood, which we always wondered where that come in from. Maybe the prince had a dragon queen somewhere. We don't know on that.
I could tell you, but most of it's a kept guarded secret.
You can tell him, but Ada will have to kill you.
Actually, no. All I gotta do is look at Ado.
Did Ado ever inform him of the last ritual when leaving?
No.
Fuck no.
Okay.
No. So, he ended up being taught a spell that could polymorph him.
What's polymorph?
Or whatever the fucking name of it is in this one.
Mutatus mutatum.
Yeah. Learned a spell called Mutatus Mutatum. And anybody who
my secrets.
can learn magic can eventually learn that one.
Well, then maybe you should start sewing the mouths shut of those that know your secrets. You know, like from Overlord 1.
Or just do like the fact you didn't tell him that one secret.
Darward, take care of my...
Lightward? Why is this dwarf sneaking up behind you? And how did he get in here? Why is that knife so pointy?
But yeah, these towers are designed for that purpose. And if this goes, don't be in here when it does. The tower is the the tower itself is designed as a defense mechanism to withhold what it will do when it goes off.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind. But this is what we'll be doing the ritual, so let's go.
Let's see. And he says, I guess I'll have to accept this paperwork. I'll let
I
him
do
know.
give that to him.
He heard you out. On the way out, you, is there anything else you want to do on the way out before leaving? Let's say, touch anything?
I'll touch the side. I'll touch the wall as I
The
walk
wall?
out.
Okay. Intuition check.
See what it does. $45.
It's warm.
That thing's gonna blow, isn't it?
It could have been warm like this for a long time. It's warm. Great.
You know, there I gotta think I was get a red robe priest in here.
Yeah, that would take, what, going back to the other tower? Back in the Hobgoblin area?
Or send a
Was
message.
there one there?
Or send a frickin' message and see if it can get there fast enough.
Result?
Which means one of your groups would get that as a mission.
Yeah.
The closest one is the goblins. They're up right by that corner. Because goblins came from the Hobgoblins, the Hobgoblin King's territory.
Yeah.
So
And Ben would be in the control of those guys.
they're only hunting one goblin down. You guys could assign them possibly some more work.
I'd say do that for them, but that's up to Ado if he wants to.
That'd
do that.
probably be when you guys, you could send that at the end when you guys get to that clan house.
Yeah.
So, you want to write that down somewhere so you remember? Send troops to Red Tower for
Priest?
what's the term I think? Permanence or no? Prominence? Proving that someone had a prior claim to it. Provenance? Is that what I'm thinking? Trying to think of the term.
Claim.
Yeah, basically if they bring a red priest that can prove that this is theirs,
Yeah.
then they would have to step out.
So,
Does
yeah.
anyone have, you guys don't really have a mage with you, do you?
No.
Oh, that's the other group.
Yeah.
Just set it for a mission for next.
For next ones? Or next, yeah, the other unit?
Yeah.
That'd be good, because they only have one there hunting, so they could just have a little bit more to do. Just like you guys might have to roll another group of, like, first level characters.
Might.
Just because to roleplay what's happening in Specularis, because last time Specularis was the one that betrayed the Blood Company.
And now we got to see if they're gonna do it again.
Or at least have a chance to see it happening. Something to represent that part of the game. That's what I've done with big campaigns and lots of money is like give them a war to do, because then
But
they
we
have a
have
place to
other
spend
things
their
we're gonna
money.
do before that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. True.
Well, that's a group that's just going after the last Goblin commander. And then they'd be done. The other group's pretty busy. They're going to chase after Todd again
Yep.
into a whole other area. So, so you get back. Everyone can meet together, make plans, or decide on what you guys need to start working towards. We could take a break.
Quick break.
Quick break while you guys decide what you guys would discuss. What you need to do. Okay.
Oh, I know. I gotta get the blacksmith.
Oh, well, you could have told him. Oh yeah, you want permission to enchant what?
My armor.
Your armor?
Yep.
And then you're just trying to enchant it with more defense.
Yes.
Okay.
Just some more added to it.
Trying to think. Defensive spells. We're on for break right now.
Mhm.
Let me look quickly. See, it has to be based on another defense spell.
Yeah.
So, because they don't have the artifact capability here for spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna realize there's not a lot of defensive spells in here.
Really not, is there? They're more healing and offensive.
Or checking things out, or just direct killing.
Yeah.
Just spell number 9.
Oh god, I read that one.
I think double would probably be the closest.
What's it do?
It doubles any prime stat.
Yeah, that would probably be the best one to do for the armor.
Now, it wouldn't be doubling, because we're talking more something. Either that or harder, but then that would make hard stuff. But yeah, that's a 4th level. 4th, 5th level, we'd say, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how would we do it? Think about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then also, like, since you're having the tower do it for you,
Yeah.
which they will be possibly doing because they're trying to get points with the company.
Yep,
it's like everyone else. Huh?
Well, if I see how long that couch is, that couch is on.
That sounds not too bad. I've had one of those before.
What?
It was
The
like,
couch that the child sleeps on at night, isn't it, the other weekend?
yeah, the one he sleeps on?
I may end up sleeping on that couch tonight.
Okay.
Are you talking a futon or?
No, just a bed.
No, it's one of those old 80s, 90s couches.
Kind of like the blue one I used to have.
Yeah, kind of like that.
That's right, now we're sleeping on an air.
What?
It's so cold outside, we don't want to sleep in the air.
Jason's fine with the company. Not to mention it gives him, when his kid's over, gives him a chance to be able to go out and do things at night.
Basically gives him
A free night.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he actually was out. He loved it. He was out drinking last night. He was like, I haven't done that in a long time. So I'm like, there you go.
I've done enough in my life, I guess.
Drinking.
Yeah.
I thought that was just LSD.
No, man, if I could do some more right now, I would. But I'm afraid with my heart, it's just not a gamble I'm willing to take.
I got really rough on Friday.
No, I just drink 151 once. That was my alcohol choice.
No, it was like I had a Malibu, and I had 2 spider bites, 2 fireballs, and a vodka and orange juice.
Just that up.
So by the time I got home, I was passed out on the tiny couch. We had fun. It was a good night. We have made done all the memories of beyond.
She's getting last night's dinner.
Last night's dinner.
Yeah. It's chicken, or no, it was pork stew. But it's got all the stuff in it. All the veggies and the stuff. Here you go. Yeah, it's got very little spices, just straight up. I don't want to go bad. I don't have Bill to eat it. So there you go, girl.
So hopefully after calling the place tomorrow for my ID, I'll be able to tell my official Washington place.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want to save that for later?
They gave me a piece of paper that they signed that I don't have better paperwork. Hopefully that'll work. I paid my ID and then I just don't have to worry about it.
Is that good? No? Okay. You can have it later. You want it back? Put that back on here. Okay. That's good. It's hidden. Actually, I think I might have a way to do this.
Well, that's the first time I drank that much in forever.
He does make a good door jam.
Oh, there we go.
Bella is enjoying being in the house. She's actually getting better.
But no, decommissioning is he got you to go to a mine to check on one of his house elf friends. You find out that house elf got killed by a spider. A big one. But yeah, the second trial. You've read the book, so you know Rookwood, right? Rookwood Castle. The second trial for Professor Rookwood? Yeah. I guess I've just been doing side missions going around and collecting like Roman trials and shit.
Yes.
By the way, there's a second area that you have to fly through or go through a mine to get to. And I don't know what exactly we're supposed to do out there yet, but I went out and got all the quick travel points of ours.
7 days of waiting for us. We leave at 9:06 in the morning.
I'm just so confused on that whole thing.
Or what that was for?
Yeah. What? Oh, one of the court. I got a thing on my canvas that says Ed interviewing, not published.
But she also hasn't gotten her schedule yet. She's supposed to start Monday.
You might want to go into your My Canvas, not on the CBC homepage. Basically, look at and you can actually pull up your schedule. Basically, it's your timesheet, and it'll actually display like your classes, what their registered room number is, what times they are.
Because this is through the transition building.
Which is 8 building. Which means you might want to go in and talk to someone about that.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. Best to be
I
to
might
go
be-
there and not be needed than it was to miss the day.
That's annoying.
My change?
Yep.
Give it. Change comes from within.
Give it.
So this is which one is it? Is this for the nursing portion or the other one?
It's for the high school clothes.
Okay, because they got one on here. I'm trying to look up what it is.
favorite thing. Only class you have in the day, you go in and the teacher's out, but no one bothers you. What's the notification?
Kind of pissed me off, but you know what?
I
John
can show
Denver
you.
died. John
Oh, I
Denver
did,
was
just-
one of the people sitting on the committee for artists in Seattle. So when he died, they closed the school for a day, which kind of pissed me off because I paid for that day. You know,
Well, you pay for the entire term, not just for us.
yeah, but well, we only had classes for 4 hours a day, once a week. So I missed 4 hours in that one day. So it's like, you know, so what they did is they went back and, because you get, actually, if you had full attendance, you got a bump of half a grade. So you could miss one day and not affect your grade at all. With the guy. But I just attend all of them. They're only like 11 weeks.
My favorite was teachers out sick, and they actually give folks a note, and then you run into questions on the next test that was supposed to be taught on that day they were out, and never bothered to teach it.
I had more than once they asked if I come in, because this is like in the 90s, so I'm older than most of the teachers. It's computer animation. So I would walk in and they'd be like, oh, they would think I was a teacher. I mean, no, I'm a student.
What's sad is my teacher and even my apartment head is now one of our members.
My, a guy who was a class clown back in Jamaica when I was a kid going to school, he's in my same grade, is currently one of our senators in this state. And he's a Republican. Is she checking it? Yeah. We just have that for more heat resistance. We'll get back to it real soon. But if she can find out about this, it'll get stressing her too. I have ink if you need it, dear, to print something.
Yeah, the pro.
We can take care of that after the game.
So we gotta be up 7 and 0. Later in the day. Yeah. What? No, we hit back because it wouldn't, like Mom said, it wouldn't take very long. First off, when you live with her, you don't kill. Freaking. What the hell? Like, dude, in hell. Find your ass on the goddamn bird just like he did.
I'm not saying you would never, but I would have been the worst.
See, all he would learn is you got 5 seconds to sit in the front panel. Or I will give you a reason to hate me.
I already have one.
because I'm not rolling the number 3.
We're not enrolling in the account number that you gave us.
Why is it that is majority of the time when it's rolled, or it's like a low number, we don't roll those low numbers very often, but when it's a high number, we roll them like crazy.
That's why it is.
I mean, seriously. It's like, what the
I
heck?
don't think you would actually.
Huh? I don't know. I don't know.
I gotta find that paperwork that I got.
Oh, do you need anything printed off or?
No, I have a piece of paper that I got from my
Almost guaranteed we probably would have went. You would have went out.
And the one Bill
back
stole.
with me.
and one other Bill fucking threw it away.
Does he really loves to just try sabotage things?
Unless
Yeah, I suppose you don't have it in your binder that you have your CDC stuff.
that's where I'm gonna go look.
I would have made him get
We'll wait till she's done what she's doing, and then we'll pick up again.
just to get me like,
No, that's fine. If it's gonna help you stress less on this, it's worth it.
I know. You know what?
They'll just bug you till then.
Nope. I'll have to find it later. I have all night to find it.
No. That'd help.
Okay.
Hey, you guys come back over here now.
Yep.
I just went ahead and finished it, so you have to worry about doing it later. Oh, that's right. Hold on. We had. I erased it.
Yeah, we had the rooms and stuff drawn.
Okay. Now, the entire size is what it looks like downstairs. Then it has stairs that go up to the second floor. And this is the walkway, and it has 3 rooms. A ladder here goes up to a tower that's above. That Ado has the room next to. Did you take the one in the middle?
Yes, I did.
Okay. As a hobbit, I picked this Surrey. Yeah, so I got used to it.
Not enough. That's enough.
Okay. You were in the opposite corner,
Yeah.
so we have mountain down here. And then up here is the guy that she freed, the slave, that's now gonna, like, basically when you guys leave, he's gonna be left in charge. So, for the next, he's not really a player, he's an NPC. So, you want this one or this one?
This one.
This one?
The other this one.
This one? Okay. So we'll put Fox here. And this is also where the stairs down are, so you're closer to the stairs going down.
Oh no, I'm at Murder Central.
Down here is a big table, kind of like you see in the big rooms in Skyrim places have, and then a throne up here on an edge, which Ado would sit at. That's what the place looks like downstairs. Up here is Dark War. Yeah, maybe Valor is the other one.
Star Wars.
This one's Dark War. Make sure I had it right. 'Cause I've done it wrong before.
This is why you should keep a list of everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before we go to do this step, you two, as in Darwar and Surrey, do you have anything you want to do before we basically, we want to approach where they're going to go ahead and enchant that, and then we go into that scene, which you guys can use as a chance to get inside the building and see what he sees.
Okay, I could do that.
So, but before then, is there anything you guys wanted to do? Because he was busy for most of the day.
Can the little hobbit stay by themselves in the room?
You guys just do nothing, stay in the room all day?
No, can the other hobbit stay by himself in the room?
Yeah.
Guard.
She's fine. Just
'Cause I
say
wanna
she doesn't
take
want to
out
go
my-
out, remember?
Mountain lion for a little walk before we do anything.
In town?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a leash for it, though. Not
Well,
good.
you do have, on all sides,
Okay.
50 feet.
Okay.
That's the law in town.
For animals?
For anything. He doesn't want any building
Right.
closer than 50 feet. So 25 feet space between the two, basically.
Okay.
Because then there's another building way the hell over here.
Great. But I don't know if I would have trusted that one, but I've got to try.
But you can go in between there.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of equipment to keep her on a leash or something?
I should go buy that instead.
Okay. Let me do a quick look here.
Before I take it in between walks.
I got a few lists of odd items, so let's see if we can find something good that works for her. Give me an idea. Let's say if we went with a belt pouch, which costs 2, mixed with a silk rope, which is a gold per foot. How long of a rope do you want?
I don't want to make it too short for they don't have any room.
3 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 gold pieces,
Okay.
and then you can do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, pay 8 gold.
Um,
And then after that, I want you to make a charisma roll. First level. If you make it, I will allow you to start having your own animal handling skill. If you do not, you still haven't caught on. First level charisma. What's your charisma?
no charisma.
Oh, well, it should be pretty easy. 1 to 20. Then 3 don't do it.
Oh,
2 1s. So you got, yeah, just don't roll it 2 and a 1 this time. And you're good. You're good.
I'm good.
So, write down animal handling and put it at your charisma. Now, when you go up a level,
Here.
so under your skills, put animal handling.
Where's it? Put that at then? Sorry, he's helping me. For those skills.
Only because he wrote it up for you.
Oh yeah, he helped me. Helped me organize it last time we were here. Last time we did this.
Where it says skills. Let's look at that for you.
Thank you.
Now on the other side, new skill costs you 500 points, so you have to spend 500 experience points.
Okay.
So what do you have right now?
On the skills points.
Experience points. 15,905, so change it to 405. That's all.
That's not bad.
and then you get that skill at your charisma level. So next time you want to go up though, because it's a skill, you can go up twice as many points in a level as a skill than you could as a stat.
Okay. So I can actually start training her now.
Yes.
Alright. I think that's what I'll do. Start training her a little bit. Taking some little rations, little treats as she does good
Yeah,
things.
basically right now, at first level of this ability,
Mm.
you can train her one thing. And then you can spend, after that, you spend experience points to teach her more things,
Okay.
up to a limit of her intelligence. Basically, when you've done teaching her one thing, we should probably do stats for her.
Because the only thing we
But
have
right now,
for
she's
right
too
now
young to
is
worry about it.
this.
Yeah, but there are stats I can use for her.
Yeah. So I just basically just train her to not attack other people. In a way.
To what? Stop?
To
Or to come, or how do you want to do it?
to come.
To come to you?
Yes.
Okay. So you write down on the card commands, and then write that down as your first one. And
Not to be,
you can roll 3 dice 6. Go ahead.
I figured it out. It's online.
Okay. No enrollment required. Conducted online through Canvas, but
Okay.
not on specific dates or times.
Yeah.
Go to that address, and you can find it.
Yep.
Okay. Good job. Found
You
it
know
all
what I
out.
had to do?
Well, it was on Canvas.
No.
Oh, no?
CTC link.
Okay.
What I did was click on my profile and it was right there. Student ID.
Okay.
Alright. When I got the come.
Enough of my
To me, you can click.
interruption.
No, that's all right. At least you're less
Alright.
stressed on it now.
I'm still going in the morning though.
Oh, yeah. Did you see a schedule yet?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, definitely do that.
Alright.
Okay? And your new command? Roll 3 dice 6. We're going to see how well you did.
6.
6 total?
Yeah.
Now hold on. Now, I should have done this earlier. Make a roll on your skill to see if you get to add dice to it. If you only get a first level, you don't get to add anything. Second level, you'll add 1 dice. So roll. 2 dice. Well, first, yeah, roll. You got 2 dice. Roll them on your animal handling skill.
So just 17.
Yep.
I got it.
What do you get? First level?
Yeah.
Okay. Then its skill in that command is 6. You gotta work on it a bit.
So here?
Yeah. 6. So occasionally we can increase it a little bit, but right now that's what you got so far.
Alright.
So you're out there playing with your cat,
Mhm.
and you, Alex, what is Darwar doing? We'll assume you already fed your flat-footed lizard. Did you get the flat-footed lizard?
Giant foot pad lizard.
Okay.
Not flat-footed lizard.
Well, there was one.
He's flat-footed.
Nah.
Yeah. Lots of fun stuff. I remember, yeah. There was one you guys were given, and you ended up taking care of that one.
I don't entirely remember. You gave me the card for the giant foot pad.
I think Ado didn't want to take care of it.
Why wanted it mount?
There it is. You have a mounting skill. Yeah.
Yes.
You do? Great. Then we don't have to worry about that.
Well, I have the skill writing.
Writing? Writing gives you the basics for it. I like on her
Originally,
saying,
use the skill for be able to, ride a mount.
yeah, you can ride one. But to get later on if you want, you can start, which it opens up since you have riding, you have to have it first. You can start going to mounted combat, which can actually, in the map game, when we do the wars, can give you more points as mounted. To start with, you get 2 dice, automatically. fighting from back when animal, if you know how to write. You don't get anything if you don't have writing, except for a luck roll to see if you fell off. That's why there's not too many mounted. You guys don't have a lot of mounted. Okay. Doesn't mean you can't get them. You made friends with one of the centaurs in the area, so that might help if they want to volunteer instead of being forced into it. So, was there anything else you wanted to do before we go take care of his weapon being enchanted that night?
No.
You want to go with him, though?
Sure.
See the place from the inside? Okay. You get your message. Bring your blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
They've already talked to him about the specifics he would need for his part. Everyone, as you're heading that way, make an intuition check. First level is all you need.
44.
23.
20.
20, everyone at Leaf Acres. You can see this time there is a slight glow over the top of the tower.
Oh boy.
But there wasn't yesterday. It was a new thing.
He thinks it's going to explode soon.
So, you guys go there. You're led by some guards that you have to double check information. That after a while they'll let you in. There'll be an equal amount of guards, one for each of you, as them. But you all probably are pretty sure that you can take them.
Yeah.
There's standard city guard.
So those adventurers that quit adventuring because they took an arrow to the knee?
Yeah. Wore out. Or you get, but the captains though can be an old retired adventurer. See, that's the guy you got to worry about.
Well, they filed the psychological exam to become part of the military.
Yeah,
And
we
they're like
failed.
all cops.
Yep.
And yet they're allowed to carry guns.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they can carry swords. Okay, you guys go in. No one's carrying anything illegal?
Nope.
Okay, so we won't worry about that. As you go in, there's a red tint to the air, to everything. It's glowing. It looks like most of the other doorways have been blocked.
Shocker.
But in the center of the room, it looks like is a kiln similar design to the guy that they asked, for you to bring. Derek talked with him of what he needed, what size. And the red seems to be emanating pretty strongly from there. But it looks like when you were here before, it was a solid floor.
Now
There's a kiln sitting on top of that solid floor, and the glow's telling you it's open.
they're trying to meddle in things they aren't unaware of.
So, priest or the mage, the white robe mage, comes forward, says, if you're ready.
If you send a priest on the fast words, it's a little boy on a leash.
And those are all the way back home. He comes forward. He's basically just a mage. The gems on all the walls are not showing any variation because you're in the ground zero. But it looks like they've opened it to the pit underneath this
In other words,
stone.
when they found out that was the pit.
Well, it looks like something they've set up before. It doesn't look new.
So they've known it. Yeah, they've known it's there forever. They just.
Are playing like they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to admit.
Then they don't want to lose their power.
No one wants to admit to their power base. Okay, so for starters,
Being a Republican.
you go there. You place. You have a specific weapon or your armor. The armor you're wearing
Yes.
to enhance.
Yes.
Okay. And the idea is a intricate netting design, like support, a grid pattern almost along its surface, a wire that should enhance it, and magically should tie together the spell because it's silver. Now, you need to roll a dice 6.
6.
Ooh. And again.
3.
Okay?
Well, you finally rolled a 3. Too bad it's not in the counter.
Yeah. Damn it.
Oh, boo boo.
8.
What the hell?
Devin, do I need to play the world's smallest violin for you?
No, you
No,
need to play the
I'm
world's smallest sitar.
Okay. You need to make a luck roll.
What, that their stupidity isn't contagious?
67.
67, okay. And a straight up standard 5 dice roll for like an NPC would do for the pit. 20 is the base. 25. So, it works. Perfect. Okay. So, what you rolled actually had a chance to affect a stat too, because it's a spell that had to be used. But I rolled it as if you were rolling a magic armor on the random table.
Yeah.
Your total bonus came out to a plus 8. That's before your multiplication of times 2.
Okay.
So it's a plus 8. As a warrior, it would be plus 16. That's what they were able to do.
So.
It's all one armor, right? It's not pieces?
Yeah, no, it's one full bug
Yeah, so
armor.
it's 2 points added to the top of it. So yeah, that's it. 8. If it was a piecemeal armor, it would be a plus 1 per piece.
Yeah.
Or a pair, if that was the case. But it wasn't, it was a suit. In the end, usually it's not come back up with higher. Okay. Now, everyone do an intuition check. 4 dice. They counted as 0.
21.
26.
43.
Okay. Well then, I would say some of you louder than others heard as that was happening a bubbling sound coming from the kiln. And as it was pulled out, a little bit of some kind of glowing red,
Ooze.
yeah, dripped off of it. Like, although it was put straight in at about 3 feet above the ground, it touched whatever is in there, which is above the ground level.
Are we sure this isn't like the blood of a demon from Warhammer?
Either that or it's a green, or either that or it's a red goo monster in there.
It's a red slime.
Oh god.
A boiling red slime. Oh, good.
No.
If you looked at ley lines like the planet's blood,
Mhm.
and that was what the red robe priest energy was,
For the nervous system.
it's kind of both there because it can affect, they're all connected. They can go from one to another.
What was the stat though that it could have affected?
Oh, the stats, they due to the roll,
Yeah.
strength, dex, or luck. But instead you rolled a 1 to 3, the first, which adds to the overall armor. Otherwise it's armor plus a stat that's increase. Which is like only 3, 3, or 5. It's not that much. But it's what they can do with what limited they have.
Yeah.
So, but it seems that a couple people are like
ushered in to help, like, calm things down. After they're done, they kind of rush you guys out. The kiln is getting a little hot.
Oh, crap.
So, see people come in with, like, cups on, like, large, long poles.
They're trying to siphon off the magic, or they're trying to
So that's
siphon
what
off
you
the
see.
wellspring to try to calm it.
And a little boy. It is Stephen Blood, I knew it! I'll tell you guys, when we start the Warhammer, first of all, you guys still work on making the character better. The first adventure I found, we talked about. But, although you will start out buck-ass naked, your stuff is nearby.
Yep,
I'll
Joel went
tell
through
you.
this before, too.
There is a spot that it
Yeah.
is,
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is going to be fun.
but just so you know. Because at the beginning of it, it was like, oh god, we just talked about how horrible this is. Where'd you guys start out in that one?
We started out because Alex came a little later at this point.
No, but I'm wondering if it's the same adventure.
We started out where we didn't have our gear, any of our gear, our armor, our weapons, nothing. We had to go and kind of find it.
Okay, but
It was
there's a specific
disheveled
thing.
spaceship is what we were in.
Okay.
And
What
I
was around you?
it was
I'm trying to see if we were in this. If we were, I found a one-shot adventure, a couple of those to do before we start the
Yeah.
main adventures.
was it in a prison ship?
No.
Okay, that's where he had us.
Okay. No. This is amongst a bunch of dead bodies.
I think in the prison ship he had that. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I'd have to ask him which one he ran.
Yeah. Grave Encounters, I think the name of it is. It's a neat one I found that seemed to be a good neutral start.
Get
Like
you
basically
used
to
to
build
it, at
you
least.
guys before we start the major modules, which kind of assume you're like already gone bad. And I thought since we're starting out at the beginning, it's kind of like we're saying neutral to begin with, so you have both sides. So it's kind of like a pre-start to the game start.
Yeah.
Kind of like why you guys are gathered together, why you guys end up with a ship, things like that. But we'll see.
Yeah, when he started the
Otherwise, I
campaign,
can change that one if it is too much the same.
yeah, I'd have to kind of hear it kind of played out.
Okay, but on with here. You have your item. You guys are all heading back. They kind of rush you out. Everyone roll a die 6.
5.
3.
3. Yay for done. Where's my city of counters? There they
Yeah,
are.
but wouldn't it be just my luck? I get new armor and now I gotta test it out.
Yep. So we'll let you
I
roll
need to start
first.
rolling.
Both of you roll a die 6.
2.
Okay. And what do you get?
4.
Okay, so you're on 2 separate encounters. Interesting. I think I can work these two in. Did people? Does anyone remember putting gems inside the Threshold bank in this town?
I wasn't here last game.
Huh?
I wasn't here last game.
No, I don't remember.
No, this is a while ago. Like the first time you guys passed through here.
Bill.
Bill
Bill?
did.
Okay, I'll put Fox next to this. I didn't put his name. Okay. Oh, sorry. Popped her in the nose with my leg as I'm beating up on the poor animal. Getting ready to kill. First desire. Okay. Well, our situation is, first of all, and you're fine, but it's these two. You're heading back to your place as, let's say, make a wizardry check, Hobbit. Yeah. And you're a fighter, right?
Warrior.
Yeah.
18?
18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Feel nothing except for the place you just left, the tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to sound a little panicky. So you're like just trying to head off back to the house to make sure everything's good with the at the embassy and that, and your cat. But you're on the second level, so
Yeah.
if the tower floods the whole town, maybe you're safe. But you two, both of you guys need to make intuition rolls to see where in these encounters you fall. And I need. And oh, okay, fifth for you, first for you.
Third level.
You're good.
Sixth level.
Okay. So you both made it. First of all, there's a pop. And like, you can't hear a thing. But it looks like everyone in the area is just as like confused. Now what you see at this point is, because it's the first level it was only needed, so it must be close by, people are starting to freak out. And a lot of them are like gathering stuff and like pointing at the tower. Looking at the tower, right underneath the door, something's leaking out. It is a red liquid. They failed at containing it. It's leaking out, and people are reacting. People are screaming, yelling. It's their fault. We're gonna lose everything due to these bastards. You're guessing. It looks unhappy because you can't hear anything. All sound has gone away. And for you, though,
You have a couple guards approach you quickly and kind of like grab you and drag you off.
Who, the Hobbit?
No, the dwarf mountain.
Okay.
and they're leading to a group of. There is a house with bandits blocking the path, and they're like screaming and yelling, but you can't see what or hear what they're saying. But they have taken hostages.
And they're pointing back towards the island. You must resolve situations without sound.
So they can hear, but we just
Nope.
can't.
Everyone's deaf.
Well, it means you don't need to worry about feeling a silent movement check.
True.
Everything's gone silent. It looks like in the pop, anyone that, well, basically it's when
Shockwave.
The energy pierced the reality.
So, she's running back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain, your situation, you're being led about a block away, where these people can see the tower glowing, and they're freaking out. They're pointing at the island, but the guards are between them and the way out.
And not a damn soul can hear a word anybody says.
Nope. Guards came to you for help. They were coming for you for help in the situation to begin with.
Yeah. Look at. Okay, when they get me there, I look for some kind of paper and write, something to write with.
Okay. Make a luck roll.
She is. Person's flesh.
Okay, I don't know. I killed everyone.
Why should I write
42.
down my phone number?
42?
Yeah.
Okay. You need a second level, so you made it. One for paper, two for something to write with. You got it. Then you have to decide what language, too. Probably common.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to say? And who are you handing it to?
I'm gonna hand it to anybody. I'm gonna write down. Everyone relax. Tower glowing is normal. We can get you to safety. So we can get you somewhere you're gonna feel safe. That's what I'm gonna put on there.
And you show it to,
After I'm done writing, I just
Pointed at everyone.
hold it up.
Let's see here. What level did you roll?
For that,
Yeah, for the luck roll.
Putting up the Ten Commandments.
I rolled a 46.
So that would have been normal sheet of paper, about three times the size of a normal sheet of paper.
So it would have been pretty. It
poster
would've been-
size.
Yeah, it would have been big enough to where everybody could have read it.
Taller than you.
Yeah. Okay, so I
So you hide behind the paper, and you will be safe. Okay, you doing that. How about you? How are you dealing with the situation? I can explain it again if you wish.
Baseball net is stupidity.
Yours is simply, it looks like people are starting to rebel, and they're picking up pitchforks and torches, are going to head to the tower to burn it, and all of them just fucking get rid of it. They're grabbing like things to like knock down the walls, hammers, everything. They're going to war with the tower. Do you let it happen?
Kind of wondering how quickly we can get out of the town with our ship.
Get Jack on the ship. It may be damaged, but it can float. That is a possibility.
And we'll probably be around well after the island's destroyed when they're done fucking with the tower. And the unstable magic that's flowing in there.
Well, they're all on the shoreline.
Oh.
The island is the ones that are on your side, and they're away from it. They're on an island.
Oh, then fuck them. They can sink into the sea like the coast of California is going to.
So I don't live there anymore. So I was born. San Luis Obispo, south of San Diego.
I'm surprised you weren't born with a game tap.
Oh, I can't. I oddly enough, I can count to 10 in Spanish. Just because people were talking around me all the time. Siete, nueve, diez.
I can count up to 7.
Yeah. But I've never had a Spanish class. I never had any foreign language class. I wonder how I got away with that.
I had German, and I ignored most of it because I did not want to know what my grandmother was saying.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. I have German family.
Considering the fact that from all my mom has said, she said things that would make Nazis blush, and she was around at that time, I believe it.
I inherited
Yes, she was a redhead. I believe it.
brand new condition, Mein Kampf, from when my grandma and grandpa got married.
And you're
Because-
airing this on the air.
Yeah.
Why?
My grandmother,
It's put away. It scares me. It's the only. I'll read the Satanic Bible. I will not read that book. What if it's?
I'd rather read the Necronomicon.
What if I thought it was?
That
I
would
read
be
that.
interesting.
That was fun. That was actually
It
a
is.
fun read.
It actually is.
It's like reading. You know how how to solve a murder and there's all the parts and pieces you got to put together. The Necronomicon is written as it was diary pieces and other pieces and all those parts you put together,
Yep.
and you kind of see what it is. It's nothing but a story of people that own the book that everything's written in.
You basically described the Bible.
The Bible's important to one tribe that a lot of people came from. But out of the entire world, no. It's just like the descendants of that tribe that was in the Middle East. And there were humanity before them, there was humanity after them. But I think it does go back a lot of the story goes all the way back. I think it's an interesting piece of history, but nothing else.
I think most of the stories are glorified fables
yeah.
that were invented to...
How many times do you ever retell and retell?
Well, I mean, come on, let's face it. The Bible was constructed by a group of men who didn't want anything but Jesus to be known as divine.
I personally
Well,
always...
not to mention it was written, the actual stories were written down by not the original disciples, but
Their followers.
followers, so it's not even first-hand account.
Exactly.
And the funny one is, out of all the disciples they decided to include to tell the story, the only two that I would have included as first-hand accounts was Judas and Mary.
Yeah!
They're the only two people who had valid opinions if it was a court case. You know what I mean? They're like, well, we'll take those out.
Well, yeah, they didn't want anything to contradict the current theme at the time.
I also think the Holy Ghost was mom. And Dad killed her.
And Space Ghost.
Okay. You are dealing with a rebellion starting. What do you wish to involve yourself in? And then you are dealing with the law versus some bandits. And they look to be in opposition and they want you to stop them. Pointing at you and like, tell them to stop. They're your people, type thing.
Like I said, I have that written down.
Yep. Okay.
If they do relax, I'm like, all right, I'll write down, let your hostages go.
Let my people free.
And they will let you go.
They basically say, as we board the boat, we will let him go.
But then I put, okay, when you get to the point to where you can board the boat, you let them off on the pier, not on the boat itself.
Basically, let them know when you're
Well,
getting out of
the
the game.
law, one of them brings you a wanted poster. It's one of them. They're not supposed to be here after dark.
You basically just described a pet animal.
I turn and I go, and I write down towards for them. They know. Let them go this one time because nobody can hear. Apparently, they're just as scared as you are, not being able to hear. We will sort it out with the one that is wanted when we can all hear.
Make a charisma roll. Not intelligence, because they can't hear a thing you're saying.
Right?
Charisma. Do they, like, believe you to, like, make sure these people are left free? It looks like just a family. They are kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Well, it looks like the guards are trying to blame the silence on the thieves.
46.
They cannot see, except for the slight glow from the tower. They don't see anything else going on. They don't see a flow of anything.
Yeah.
So they're just assuming these guys had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a 46?
Yep.
Okay, that's a 6. Okay. So, you're going to go ahead and walk down with them?
Yeah.
Walk them all the way to their boat?
To make sure that they get home and that they let these people go.
Give me 3 encounter checks.
4, 6, 4.
Okay. So, after a while, you're walking them down that way. How about you? What about your situation? Let them go about it, or stay in the way? Or stop them or anything?
We're trying to get a Red Road priest in here, so if
All
he
they needed to keep it standing, huh?
Granted, this is going to make it very easy for there to only be 2 on the seat for a while because of, they weren't listening.
Walking from them, get between them and the tower, pull out my axe, dig into the ground, and draw a line.
Say charisma roll then. See how impressed they are with you.
$38.
Okay. 38.
So
You're doing good? They're like, because they're not too sure. Are you carrying anything to show, or are you just a dwarf? Or are you like of the blood company? Do you wear anything to show it?
Sigil on my pauldron.
Well, did you have anything like our flag you're carrying, or anything that would tell them you're? Because I'll give you a 2-level bonus also, if you're blood company.
Oh,
and they know it.
imprinted on my shield.
Okay. That's what I was just checking. Okay. Then you're fine. They all basically stop and look at you. Wondering what's going on. And at that moment, it's a lot brighter behind you. The tower has just caught fire.
Actual fire or magical fire?
It looks like regular fire. And it looks like what's burning is the paint.
Saw that coming.
Shit.
Doubled it, and then caught it on fire. But it looks like the flow is reversing from the ground.
It burnt the paint off, and now it's going back.
Well, it probably was clearing the blockage caused by them trying to cover it up, and now it's pulling it
Receding, yeah. The tower is
over like
finally
a
making
tide.
it. Yeah, the tower is finally making it recede.
And then,
Weren't allowing regular outbursts.
blocking the filter for so long, and we'll fucking punish you. And then sound starts coming back.
Like Helen?
They're all kind of, it burns all the paint off and then stops it. Everything goes away back to normal, except for now it's a red tower again.
And And there's my proof of it being a red tower.
They were trying to play with it a little bit more.
And they screwed up.
Well, they were dealing with something that they didn't understand. The armor, how it was made, they didn't know.
Oh, my armor?
Yeah. So it took a lot more difficulty to do what they were doing. If you had regular plate armor and they were enhancing it,
That would be a different story.
yeah. But they were dealing with an unknown, and they really don't know what they're playing with.
Well, not to mention they probably don't know the proper way to maintain the magical focus for.
As far as they're concerned, it doesn't. What this is doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, denial's a bitch.
Denial's denial's a river of Egypt, but we don't constantly think about that.
Denial's the greatest thing. Okay,
Sometimes it can make life interesting.
so
Especially when there's a bunch of bodies floating down it. Like the Ganges.
Just don't jump in that river.
Yeah, it's so salty you might float.
Yeah, there might be some diseases in there too.
Maybe
everyone
makes
makes an intuition check.
for a boat. Notice.
Before we go in.
And for
Make a what?
well, an intuition check before you guys head back to your
44.
27. You got a
Okay.
what, 5th level?
So I think only
Fifth,
you
4th level?
saw someone appear on top of the tower, but maybe they were hobbit sized or they're small,
Okay.
thin though, not like a hobbit. Maybe child size. If it was a human, could be a gnome. Who knows? But not from this side. You saw someone about this tall. This tall. Average, if a human build, appear on top of the tower as everything started sucking back in and everything. And when the fire dropped, the sheets of floating paint that were burning dropped to the ground finally. People were worrying about putting it out.
Oh crap! Why do I have a feeling a Red Robe priest just appeared?
It's probably pissed.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm
What do
gonna
you
have
do?
to check after the. Well, everybody at the pier's fine, right?
So far. Well, they're actually putting out fires. The
So
paint, as it's separated and burnt, it started falling places.
Okay, so the people that I just dealt with, they're all okay.
Yeah, they got on their boat, left the people. People are fine. They just panicked because, like, they're going
Okay.
to lock us up here. The guards, what was happening in your situation is the police came to arrest them
They get
and
the
they
thing.
hadn't done anything.
Okay. So now that we all can hear, I'll be like, all right, since we all can hear again, they didn't cause the problem at the tower. The ones who are inhabiting that tower, that they've been painting white, caused the problem because they were because they decided, oh, let's keep doing this, even though they weren't, knowing what they're doing.
Your situation
I'm going to haul ass over to that tower now.
is you were facing a revolution in town. They were going to just take down the church because it's their fault if everything burned and went down.
Go for it.
And
Well, you
that's
stop
part of
them.
us.
The church?
That red tower, yeah, that's us.
Oh, the Red Tower is
Us, and they considered the red tower a church.
Well,
It's not.
before it was
I know.
red, now they're really not sure what to think because the common answer is people think it's like it burned. It's burnt colored right now.
Well,
Then it would be blackened.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hauling ass over to that
At
tower.
night
now.
it looks black. In the morning they'll see the red. You running over there?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they see the red since, there's so many flaming
No.
piles of paint now?
No.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, in some areas, not always. Not anyone that's not close enough. If they're farther away and they're looking at it as a silhouette, but anyone closer, like with their roof on fire, they probably notice.
So I haul ass over there.
Okay. What do you continue going where you were going? And what do you do?
Same
Go to the house or go with him to the tower?
tower.
He's at the tower, remember?
Okay. Well, he was nearby it,
Yeah.
closer than you were. You got taken away, and then walked all the way down to the water. And you're like, warp power, run!
Good for short bursts, not the long distance. Sometimes you need to
We're not good at cross country.
We're not designed for this.
We're only thrown when we can't make the jump.
Shut up. I'm not there.
And a throw. If we can make the jump, we don't need to be thrown. If we can't, toss us.
Okay,
Don't tell the elves.
Don't tell the elf.
you walk in. And, well, the inside is also kind of trash.
No.
Um,
Are the people who were inhabiting?
there's a pile of stuff in the center.
Okay.
Half it fell into the hole.
Oh god.
The walls came down on the inside. They built on the inside of this tower. And when it blew it took everything down. Back to its original structure.
Thank God. So
And there's someone walking down the stairs.
I just draw a sword and I just like crap. God knows what it brought.
So gets closer. It looks like a child.
Oh god, no.
What happened at the Ross Red Tower?
Oh crap. Don't tell me.
Does she look familiar?
Damn it!
Yeah, she's a Silver
I
Queen.
put my sword back. Hi!
She comes down. Someone blocked one of our towers, I guess. You found it.
Oh, found it. We knew it was here. We were just trying to prove.
The others are like, what? Why are you talking to this demon child?
Show some respect. Demon my ass. You want to demon at somebody else in that room.
You idiots have no right to complain when you've been fucking with shit that A, wasn't yours, and B, had no right or knowledge of how
She's
to
actually
bring it
the granddaughter of
Yeah,
the prince.
I know. I look at her go, it is good to see you again. Yes, we have found this. And I would like to request if you can possibly get one here fast. A red
Oh, we'll
priest.
give you more than one.
Thank you.
Do we have problems here? Looking at all the other people around
These
the room.
guys were inhabiting it after the last one died. And they've only been tinkering, thinking they knew what they were doing.
Okay.
All in all, after this, once we get a Red Robe Priest here, they will be a little bit easier to have some sway here with with people, and they'll have a seat at the table here because there's a 3-person trifecta for this: the Duke, now us, and this tower
triumphant.
will be that in power.
Well then. So what do you think I should do with it?
I would honestly say, because they knew about this, they were just constantly trying to play ignorant and cover it up. I will tell you dealer's choice, because if I actually tell you what you should do, and I will not presume to tell a royal what they should do.
Well, you've been here.
Honestly, the Duke's even stated if he could find a way to get rid of them, he'd be happy.
Okay.
Because they're just like, they keep claiming that they don't know what this magic is. It's just,
Well, you're from the city, so how about one that's not from the city? You're from the land that they're
she's
now
talking to
invading.
you.
What do you think I should do with these people?
The ones who've been desecrating the tower, I'd say rip out their tongues.
Oh. Well, that is true. They did desecrate this tower.
And continually lied about it.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
And if with all the towers are under the same law, the law for the towers goes to them for what
I
they
gave her a little bit more.
for desecrating this tower.
Huh. So,
Come on, they've lied.
you, but send them away.
If you wish to deal out harsher, it is your decision. I will admit I am very happy to see you.
So-
This.
Should I let Darlin take it?
Ooh,
Do you remember Darlin?
yes I do.
Beats me two twice.
She was actually well, you would call her a devil.
Ooh.
She's from another dimension.
I like this. I would say yes. Let them
She's
be.
6 foot, but she's only about 16.
Yes.
But she's interested in NATO.
No!
The demon girl? The devil girl?
No!
She steps out of the shadows.
Oh, well, hello. Good to see you again. I believe you would like some new joints.
Can we call in that NPC that was interested in Amanda's character from your first again?
Oh, God.
No, that was a good guy.
Oh, no. The other one, yeah. The other one.
So, we will definitely get you a circle here. My question is, do these people have anything to redeem themselves to us for, of any value? But it sounds like if they did know anything, they just lied about it. And
Yes.
they tried to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Would we say they were, in a way, loyal to the ring?
I would say they were more loyal to themselves at this point.
Standard greed.
Yes.
Greed and delusion.
Very much so.
Or arrogance. Minus
mean,
some
come
of
on,
their sins.
I mean, come on, they painted the tower white to hide it.
Yeah. And endangered the people here.
That they did.
We've been feeling it for a while, and as you guys got closer,
I felt it more. But then you left apparently for a while and then came back.
We found a secret pathway to the mountain up there, to a civilization that is still standing to this day.
Oh. And they stand where compared to us?
Pretty much just wish to be left alone because nobody else can get in there. We got lucky, found the trail in there.
are we sure they cannot get in there?
Yes, because it was a trial just for us to even get in there,
Okay.
and we actually took care of anybody.
Well, if
Everybody.
they're not our problem, I guess we'll leave them alone.
Yes, they are not. By my
But
estimates,
they're also not an ally.
no, but by my estimates, the civil war that the rebellion that's going on will probably, if not kill them all off, or
We can go
We
pick
get to the
up
point where
pieces maybe
they're
later.
thinking
Yes.
threat.
it could end up being, if they've killed themselves off, it would be a nice little place to have.
Unless they run it all down.
Well, even if they burn it all down, just the area alone would be a nice little garrison. Nice little hidey hole.
You found the jackal people.
Yes, we did. And they were at kind of a war when we found them with people they had created to help serve them.
You know you went at war before.
We do. We were actually hoping to possibly get them as allies, but
Well,
neither
they
one.
were angry that you freed their slaves.
They actually, from the story that they had said, their own people freed their slaves. And they were trying to correct it from what they were saying.
Yeah, no, we did because it was another war against slavery when I was here before. Well, as a child. Well,
And-
I guess I'm still a child.
Only by appearance, Your Highness.
She ages at the speed of dragons. So
Yeah.
she's been around for a while. But her mother was actually in charge during that war, not her. Mother died.
But neither side decided to join with us, but at the rate it was going, we already saw that they were just going to kill themselves off.
Okay, we just don't want to repeat the mistakes as last time.
Well, we've left them alone, and we've got everything
Okay.
destroyed that would even remotely show you a way to them.
Well, I guess I need to speak to who is in charge here, supposedly?
Well, there is Ito on the seat, and also the Duke on the seat.
Okay. No, I'm gonna go speak to the Duke.
Then I will gladly accompany you with that one, because he does know who we are.
So, basically, I think that's something, maybe Ada wants to do it for. So what else do you think you guys might want to do? Because from here,
I think you're gonna get ready to head on to back to the other town, Raphilion, which is the next one on the town, which then you guys have to decide. Do you go by boat next time, or by land? You can get a second boat, besides the damaged one, a good one.
Well, the damaged one's supposed to be repaired.
Yeah,
It's being repaired.
and that's
It's
why
gonna take a few months.
that's why we kind of been sitting here a
Kinda
little
waiting.
bit, kind of. Just
So you
doing
waiting for that boat?
Just a little bit,
No,
yeah.
that's fine.
We're trying to get everything
I do
well
have something else
here.
I can do. So,
Well,
that
could stay in the
I-
area and basically help maintain order until everything.
Yeah.
Get everything
Well,
ready.
with her just
Organized.
dropping in, oh dear God.
Well, she's the first one that came through last time
mm,
because
now-
of the explosion. The pop was her coming through.
Yeah.
Reality kind of like argued, but didn't matter.
but it is nice to see her again.
Basically, the priests were also the leading points, and you may have found the last town into the territories.
Hopefully.
But Threshold is on that threshold of the border for them, and whatever they did over there.
Yeah.
Basically, the old city. There's only one true full-born city on this entire continent of Foron, which is actually a small island, so a lot of the stuff on this planet count as. It's huge ones. Looks like a bone in front of the mouth of a giant wolf. That's you guys. You're cutting away at the top of that nub, that corner. So I got the map for it. Well, this one's actually complete. There'll be the next one you go on, which will start with a war starting,
Yeah.
which I'm going to have, but I have to finish all you guys. This group will go from here to Raphilion, to one other town, and then into the clan homes.
Where
That's
I
where we'll end.
should be getting my knife back.
Yeah. Everything at that point, because then the other groups, the ones fighting the goblin, trying to find the last leader, and then you're sending them off on a new mission. Unless you change it now.
Yeah, because she's just going to bring them in.
True. Okay.
So they wouldn't need a mission at this point.
Well, then that's fine. Don't have to give them extra work. And then the other one's going to find Todd, or whatever's going on there,
Yeah.
for that valley, because you still can't leave in that group.
Nope.
So unless you find a way to leave by the end of that,
Like he did.
then you guys will not be included in the next war.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to get out. Like,
So what are we doing now?
what time is it?
4.
I think we could. You guys want to call it for now, or
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. We actually
Yeah.
surprisingly got some done. We didn't get any real experience.
No. You get 250 everyone right off the top. 'Cause I already knew it was 250 for those encounters. You kept her safe. You two had this one. Just if you dealt with it, it could have went bad. You could have decided to start hacking people.
Well,
You drew the line. It was up to them to take it or not.
I'm happy that we got to see an old friend.
Yeah.
I made a point.
Well, you guys basically, you recovered what you could out of this spot, which is another spot which actually helps you with healing. A town with a red tower can also help heal. They have more of a ability to take care of that for your guys. A medical area, you could call it, or a hospital. Then you also have a gem resource you can pull out of here, which means you can buy. The other one was kind of like a board game. You can buy one resource point anywhere else. Like you can buy to repower an entire army.
Oh,
If it's
and
damaged. You have
and-
one already for yours.
and what did What did he end up giving me for
What?
helping him at the Emerald Dome?
Oh. You want to know
Not
what
a
he
fucking
did?
thing.
Oh, no. What he's going to give is the bonus on the gems
Oh, okay.
for your
Cool.
military. Because you
Cool.
guys have a resource point for this town. Every town and village and stuff you gather here and there gives you stuff to help with that part of the game.
Sweet.
So you've gained the main 2 of the 3 resources here. Third one is fish. Food.
That one shouldn't be too hard, I think. I think we might.
Or you can also decide to just buy your own.
Yeah.
So, there we go, everyone. You know, last time we walked away and I was sitting there watching TV for 2 or 3 minutes before I realized I hadn't turned off the tape yet. Everyone's still watching and hearing me in the background. Stay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll see you next week. Until we finish this, and once we get through them all, we'll do Warhammer. Why not? The guy who plays The Witcher likes Warhammer.
Yes, he does.
Don't want to come and join our game.
As far as I know, he runs his own campaign. That'd be awesome to be in one of those. I'd like to actually be a part of the one that